Unlocking the secret to early European supremacy. Rise of the world's first market powerhouse. A gripping journey through ancient times, revealing how Europe uniquely forged a prosperous market economy and union, catapulting it to the pinnacle of global wealth and influence well ahead of all other nations and continents in the world. Intro: 16th century Europe. From the fragmented landscape of the 16th century, Europe's patchwork of kingdoms and city-states gave rise to a cauldron of innovation, trade, and cultural explosion, shaping the course of world history. Unlike China, which consistently maintained a centralized power, Europe's history is marked by small, localized power units that never quite managed to unite. Even the Romans, who expanded their empire as far as the Rhine and Danube rivers, couldn't conquer farther north. For 1,000 years, Europe remained divided, despite the spread of Christianity and a shared culture. Brief moments of unity, like Charlemagne's rule in the west and Kievan Russia in the east, were short-lived, ending in rebellion, invasion, or a change of ruler. How did this complex geography shape Europe's first common market economy? Tapestry of diversity. How geography shaped Europe's history. Imagine a continent where snow-capped mountain ranges and vast forests weave together to create a complex pattern of isolated population centers and diverse climates. This is Europe, where the landscape's natural barriers prevented unified control, making it difficult for even the most powerful warlords to dominate. Instead, decentralized power thrived, resulting in a patchwork quilt of local kingdoms, marcher lordships, and highland clans, each with their own distinct character. The varied climate also led to a rich tapestry of products, from timber to wine, which were traded along rivers and pathways, fostering a thriving commerce that fueled Europe's growth in the 15th century. Geography played a starring role, as the economical transport of goods via navigable rivers transformed the continent's economy. From the Rhine to the Danube, these mighty rivers paved the way for a golden age of trade and cultural exchange, Europe's oceanic highway, the birth of maritime supremacy. Surrounded by the crashing waves of the North Sea, Baltic, and Mediterranean, Europe's shipbuilding industry thrived in the late Middle Ages. Maritime commerce flourished, connecting the continent's major ports and fostering a golden age of seafaring trade. Despite setbacks from war and natural disasters, this vibrant exchange of goods enriched Europe's cuisine, spawned new centers of wealth like the Hansa towns and Italian cities, and pioneered international banking and credit systems. Brave shipwrights crafted sturdy vessels, capable of braving the treacherous North Sea and Bay of Biscay, to harness the power of the wind and fuel Europe's rise to prosperity. Although over time they advanced with more canvas and spars and astern steering oars, thus becoming more agile, North Sea cogs and their successors may not have seemed as sleek as the swifter vessels that navigated the shores of the eastern Mediterranean and the Indian Ocean. However, it would later become apparent that they were destined to hold significant benefits in the long haul. Unlocking the secrets of decentralized Europe. A maelstrom of commerce and consequences. In this tumultuous era of unbridled economic growth, the political and social consequences of decentralized commerce, merchants, ports, and markets were nothing short of revolutionary. Economic development was hard to stop despite the numerous disruptions and attempts by feudal lords to curtail their privileges. Meanwhile, merchants were often targets, with their goods stolen and properties seized, though they continued to thrive, often at the mercy of rising market forces. The fundamental reality was that no unified power in Europe could effectively regulate this or that business venture. No central administration whose shifts in focus could trigger the growth and decline of a specific sector. No widespread and systematic expropriation of merchants and innovators by revenue collectors, which hindered the economic progress of, for instance, Mughal India so severely. Papal pronouncements echoed ancient Confucian disdain for middlemen and moneylenders, but without a uniform authority to halt progress, Europe's commercial landscape remained in constant flux. In the fractured world of Reformation Europe, The Pope's 1493 division of the overseas world into Spanish and Portuguese spheres held little sway, and a ban on overseas trade would have been met with defiance, ending in similar fate like those propagated in Ming China and Tokugawa Japan, which became non-effective. In Europe, some open-minded leaders accepted business people and their skills, even when others drove them out. These entrepreneurs, including oppressed Jewish traders, skilled Flemish weavers, and persecuted Huguenots, took their expertise to new places. Meanwhile, moneylenders, weapon suppliers, and craftspeople became indispensable members of society. Conclusion: over time, as Europe's regimes evolved, the nations and people found themselves in an interdependent connection within the market economy, fostering a stable and just environment that encouraged domestic and foreign trade and innovation. In return, they reaped the benefits of prosperity, collecting taxes from thriving commerce. This has been the uncovering of the mysteries of Europe's ascendancy to global dominance, as its unique geography and trailblazing spirit forged a thriving market economy and union, catapulting it to unprecedented wealth and influence. But where is Europe heading next from today? Thanks for joining us on this journey through history. If you like this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more untold lessons. Relax, review, and reflect on the lessons of the past. The future is yours to write. Lessons Untold. Relax, review, reflect.